Okay, well we just did our foundation with this beautiful new stippling brush that I just got from Sephora. And we've been trying some other brushes out as well from Sephora, which have been really impressive so far. And they're a natural goat's hair as well as a synthetic blend as well. So we've been doing both of those. So now I'm just going to do some eyebrows. And today we're using the Auburn as well. So I love this one because it has a really nice light line. So you can see where I've been growing back my brows and over here, because of course, you know, in the 90s we used to pluck and wax them to death, and now of course we all want bigger brows, don't we? I'm just going to get my mirror, just pop that there so I can keep watching. Okay, but yeah, this one gives a really lovely fine line. And then I just brush it through to give it a more natural look. It probably, because they're growing back, they're just all sort of over the place. So it's almost like I need to go back again, even though I was only there like, I don't know, I think it was maybe 2 weeks ago. But I've been using our lash extend. I don't have it here to show you, but oh my goodness, it's just incredible. So you'll see all of that, there was nothing there. So I've been using the lash extend, all of those have grown back, and over here as well. That looks a little bit more sparse because I had two, it was like they were on steroids. Honest to God, they were like this long. And I had to pluck them. I couldn't do anything with them. They just had a mind of their own. And yeah, there was like 2 or 3 of them. Anyway, I'm hoping they'll grow back again, but just behave. And not be on steroids this time. Anyway, alright, so we'll just finish this side. So this, of course, is a liquid brow. And it does come in 4 different shades. There's taupe, light, and dark. Light, of course, is perfect for the blondies that have those lovely blonde lashes, but just want it to look a little bit natural. Without... Yeah, just want to look at natural, but just give it a bit more depth so you actually have a brow, because some lovely blonde ladies, you can't even see their brow. So you can just see the difference there and how that's just built up along there. I'm just going to put a little bit more down here where these hairs haven't grown back yet. And then on this side, excuse the phone, we're just going to build up here as well. And although I don't really need it all the way through there, of course, just by doing that, it just sort of blends everything nicely and creates that lovely look. So just build that up. Oh, that was a bit thick. Isn't it funny how one side's always so much easier to do than the other side? I'm sure it's because we're obviously not all ambidextrous. We're either right-handed or left-handed, and one side always seems to just... you just always seem to do one side better than the other. I feel like I'm crossing... Well, I am. I'm crossing my face, and it looks probably as awkward as it's feeling right now. But anyway. Oh, excuse me a minute. I'm just going to turn that tone off. Otherwise my phone never stops. It's insane. Just ask my kids, my partner. Alright, that's a bit better. So I could almost mix that with garnet. Garnet's probably a little dark for me. I have used garnet before in the past. I just find it's a little bit too dark. And this is almost just a little bit too light. So probably, now the garnet isn't actually a brow sense. It is actually one of our, I'm just going to grab one just to show you. It's actually our shadow sense. This isn't it, of course. It's a dark, 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 dark brown. And of course, when I do that, you can paint it on. So you could still mix the two, even though they're a different consistency. You can mix the two, and then I would just paint it on with like so, and then of course still use the other end to blend it all through beautifully. Now that's just a brush, like a little Liz's Lips brush. That's not one that we've been trialing today. But if you do buy a Shadow Sense, this one obviously comes with the little wand on the end. So on this end, you've got the little painter on bit, which you saw me using. And then of course on this end, we've got the little brush. I just prefer that because of the length, and it's just a little bit easier as I go. But when you do purchase the Shadow Sense as a brow, just let me know, because you'll actually get one of those little brushes in free with your order as well. Okay, so that's our brows. Now we're going to try and achieve a bit of a different look today. So I'm just going to bring up the picture on my phone so I can have a look at what we're doing. So we're just going to start with our cheeks, because what I put on my cheeks I'm actually going to use as a little bit of a base down here, and I'm just going to mix it up a little bit. So I'm going to have a little bit of Toasted Rose. So this is our Toasted Rose blush. The beauty of these products is you can just mix the whole lot in together. Toasted Rose is a personal favourite of mine. I do love it. So it's a little bit pinky, so that's it there, but it's not real pink, so it's really, really, really quite soft. And I'm going to mix that in with a little bit of bronze. Now the bronze obviously you can use for contouring as well. And I'm just going to mix that up. Can't find where I put my little mixer. Now again, I'm not going to use one of the trial brushes for that. I'm just going to use one of my older ones. Just going to buff that in nicely. So just, it's quite natural. And then a little bit on the other side. That's nice. So nice and natural. So that was bronze and Toasted Rose in our blushes. And they last for ages. Like, look how much I've still got there. Crazy. I always use too much. So less is more with this product. You just don't use much at all. It's insane how much you don't use, to be honest. Okay, so I'm just going to grab this one here and just use a little bit of it just in here as a base. Now these brushes I'm not trialing, but they are all synthetic. And that's just a nice base, so obviously it's going to match with everything else I'm doing because it's actually the blush. Now I'll just put that on my eyes. Okay. Now the colours I'm going to use are Onyx, Copper Rose Shimmer, Granite, which is obviously like a grey. The sticker's gone off this one. Oh goodness, I can't remember the name of it. It's white and it's sparkly, that one. And this is Sandstone Shimmer as well that I'm using. Okay, so I'm just going to pop those there for a minute. And I'm just going to, I'll be mixing a few of these as well. So I'm actually going to start off with the Sandstone Shimmer and the Copper Rose. And I'm just going to pop that on here on my lid. And I'm just going to do one side at a time because otherwise we're going to be here all day. So at the end of it, I'm going to look like I've done half my face or half my eyes but I won't be walking out the door until I do the other half, just so you can run away and do what you need to do without having to be on here too long. Okay, we're just mixing those two together. So that's what I'm doing. So that's your Copper Rose Shimmer, Sandstone Pearl Shimmer. I honestly need the biggest workbench ever because I'm a messer. Okay, here we go. Now they always seem to say, for older eyes, not to use shimmers. Whatever. I love shimmers. I'm still 20 at heart. 24 actually, just ask my kids. And I'm actually patting this down because the shimmers are kind of a thinner consistency. Well, I don't know if they're thinner, but they're not obviously pigmented as much because obviously it's a light colour. So because of that, I just need to pat it down just to get the depth there and the colour that I'm wanting. Whereas of course the other ones, like one dot of it, a darker colour and you look like you've got a black eye. Okay, now on the other end we're just going to pop some, we're going to do our granite in the corner. I'll just put a little bit further along. There we go. So that's our granite, which is a lovely, rich, dark grey. And I will only be using the smallest of small amounts to blend that in. Oh, by the way, this is one of the brushes that we're trialing. This is actually the goat hair one because it's all white. Obviously the discoloration is my product. And that went on beautifully. That went on really, really well. Put a little bit more up here. So I have a hooded eye, so I have to create a crease, so to speak, above my actual crease because otherwise it all gets tucked under and you can't see any of the product. And then of course it just totally, you know, defeats the purpose, doesn't it? Okay, so we're just going to blend this in. I'm just going back to have a look at my picture. So it goes along there a little bit and then over the top. Now, of course, the other thing to remember is that I've gone way outside my line. So you go like that. So you line up your nose, the edge of your eye, and your eyebrow, and all of that shouldn't be there. Okay, so that's how you know where to stop. If you're a little paranoid and you tend to go over like me and look like, you know, something terrible's happened to your face, you can actually just put a bit of sticky tape just there so that when you do go over, it's just going onto the sticky tape. So you're not getting that that overhang that you have to clean up later, which is what I'm going to have to clean up later. Okay, now I'm just going to mix it in with a bit of onyx because it's actually even darker than this. In the picture. And if it does look anything like it, I will post the picture up as well. I'll post the picture up anyway. I feel like I don't want that brush. This one. So this is onyx, which is literally just black. Now, a lot of ladies love to use the Onyx for eyeliner, especially within the waterline, which you can do too. And it will not move anywhere because, of course, all these products are completely waterproof. Looking for my normal brushes and I can't find them. Oh, here we go. This is what I want. Let's try and blend this in a little bit. Now, of course, I will be getting rid of all that darkness in a minute. See, it doesn't budge, does it? That's right, we'll clean it up later. There we go. Okay, now we're back to our copper rose. Put on the top. And actually it's more of a matte on the top. I'm just seeing if I can find my copper rose matte. Quickly. It's mocha java, no. What I want. So I'll just show you the difference. So that's our copper rose shimmer, which is what I blended in there with our sandstone pearl, and then this is just our flat copper rose. So I'm actually going to blend the two of those together because it's meant to be more of a matte look up the top, but it's more the depth of the shimmer. Does that make sense? I'm just taking excess product off. That's what I'm doing when I'm dabbing down, but then you just got to be careful you don't take off too much because then you can't see your accentuated feature. Now what we need to do is just go back and do our shimmer and our sandstone pearl and get that blended. There we go. Right, and then blend this in here. You have got quite a while to work with these products too, so don't panic. If they do dry, if you have our climate control, all you need to do is spray the brush and that will just make it all come alive, and when you pat it down it will just sort of loosen everything up again. Or at the worst just use a little bit of water. Now I'm going to do a really white feature in here with that colour that I couldn't tell you the name of because the stickers come off it. I can find it. Look at how I lost it already. There it is. No. Oh, this chair is so squeaky. There it is. I need one of those beautiful princess chairs. How nice would that be? Alright, now I'm really wanting to pat that down again. So, no, that's not the one I want. So So what I'm going to do is again use, oh, this is it, yeah. So that's it there. So this is actually synthetic because it's of course blended, the two colours, and this is of course part of our new pack that we were using earlier as well. So we're just going to go for that real light white area in here. Now if that's not white enough, what you can actually also do is grab our white concealer, this one here, and mix it with that shimmer. So that's it there. So you can see, I'll just point it out for you. So there's our shimmer, and then that's our white concealer. So we're just going to mix that up together. And then we're just patting that. There we go, so we've got that little bit highlighted in there, and then we're just, again, just going to come back and blend that all through on the lid. That's my courier man has just come to pick up all your orders. And Sausage, Cleo, the sausage dog, has decided to go crazy. Cleo, stop it. Just going to go under a little bit. It's nice to highlight that area. Cleo, stop it. Okay, now we're on to Onyx because I'm going to do that borderline for you and show you what it looks like. Now that's not my kind of look normally. In fact, I wouldn't even usually go this dark out here, but it's just something different that I wanted to do today and give it a go for you. Now the one I'm going to use for this one is, oh, this one here. So see how it's angled? And again, it's the synthetic fibre. But honest to goodness, I can't tell the difference. We were told not to use natural fibres. These are such incredible quality. That's the brand of it again. You will need to take a mortgage out on your house to buy a pack of them. Almost, although big one. Oh, I'll put him away. I'll put him back in his safe. Oh no, here it is. This one cost almost as much as a pack of these guys. Okay, so here we go, under the waterline, or in the waterline. Oh, it might have dried while I was talking. Hang on. Oh my goodness, really? Mum life. Sausage! She's just stressed too because she can't get to me. She can't work out where I am because I've got the door closed and I'm in my daughter's room because it has the best lighting out here, except now that it's getting a bit later. We have trains, we've got kids, we've got courier drivers. Okay, I'm just going to put that in there as well. And then of course, blend that up through there. So obviously this is a really dramatic look, so you could definitely be going out at night with this one, to the clubs, to the bars, all that sort of thing. So yeah, so you can see how I've done the white in here to highlight, and then of course your dark line there. Now of course up near the brow, I'm wanting to highlight that again, so I'm going to go back to my Sandstone Pearl Shimmer and grab that. If I can find it. Here we go. So I've got the Sandstone Pearl Shimmer and our white shimmer. I don't want it obviously as white as I did in here, but I do want it highlighting. So the other thing I could be using right now is our pearlizer, because that works as a beautiful highlighter as well. I'm nearly out of Sandstone Pearl Shimmer because it is, honest to goodness, just the best colour. Use it all the time. It's also good for highlighting your cheekbones, so you can use it as a highlighter just under your eye there in your cheekbone area as well. And we're just going to mix that all together. And then blend that in. So I'm not patting just yet because I'm blending. And then I'm going to come back and pat. So for my patting, I prefer this one. See how it's nice and thin? And it just gives you that patting look. But again, I might have gone over the top, so I think I'm going to have to come back and just get a little bit more copper rose to blend in. Here we go. This is what I need. Oh no, look, there's heaps still on my hand. Heaps. And heaps. What was I thinking? Just need to find the best brush. Here we go. And again, I'm patting just to get that concentrated colour. So if you like the cut crease look, that's the way you apply that as well, is just your patting. Okay. Alright, almost done. Obviously I've still got to tidy up that little bit of area, but that's what we're looking like so far. Just going to do a little bit more just to give it a little bit height up there. Okay, that's awesome. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to come back and just give it a little bit more blush, because you know how it's, you know, you do your blush and you think, wow, that's heaps, and then of course you do a dramatic eye and, well, have I even got cheekbones? So, so I'm just going to go back and just top up on that as well. Now obviously I haven't done my lips yet. I was going to do a nude lips. Now normally I look dead. I warn you right now, I look like death warmed up when I do a nude lip. But this is such a dramatic eye. I can't be doing crazy weird. What am I doing here? Toasted rose. I don't need bronze, don't I? I can't be doing crazy lips as well, because that is just not going to work. It's going to be too much. So okay, we're just going to blend those together again and just add a little bit more. There we go. Without it, again, looking ridiculous. There we go. Sorry, I might have just got interrupted then. Oh yeah, dogs, courier drivers, trains, people ringing. There we go. Nice. Alright, I'm going to do my lip. I just feel like it needs just a little bit, but I don't want to do it too over the top. It's probably because my hair's up as well. Right, there we go. That's better. A little bit more colour. Now, I'm going to do my lips in a nude. What are we thinking? I'm thinking I'm thinking First Love, which I will be really honest with you. I sell 1,000,001 First Love. To this date, I honestly, I have never worn it. Not once. I'm not a First Love girl because it's a nude. And remember, I look dead in a nude. What else can I use? No, we're going to do First Love because we all love First Love, don't we? Alright, here we go. Let's do this. Nude lips, here we come. Okay, so I'm just going to clean my lips. It's always good to have a towel when you're doing your makeup, because if you go over the top or if you get too much on your brush, I'm always just, you know, patting a little bit off it. So it's awesome. All right, here we go. First Love. Now I've removed the excess because we obviously don't want too much on the brush. We've got nice clean dry lips and we're going to do our first swipe. Okay, and then we're going to do up the top. And underneath. And we're just going to wait for that to dry. I hate to say it, gosh, that I'd like to know your clients if you like this lip. I, honest to goodness, would never ever have worn this ever in a million years. I swear. I keep lighting it on, getting another lot on. Here you go. Second coat. And then we do our third coat. The other thing I'm going to do, just while we're here, is just going to sort those out a little bit. Okay, third coat already. Who would have thought? Crazy. There we go. Sorry, I couldn't do half my lip. Even though I'd done half my face. Wow. Okay. Now I'm just going to get some gloss. Wait for that to dry. Here we go. First Love. We have it. Okay, I'm just going to take my hair out. Just a little bit. Oh, it's so messy today. Just so you can, obviously, you're going to have to be a little bit creative. Because you've got to pretend that that's gone. But yeah, there we go. Alright, so I'm going to go and clean that up. And then I'm going to finish my other eye, and then I'm going to post that up so you can actually all see it. I hope you've enjoyed that. That's something really different. I will post a picture that it's meant to look like. I love getting pictures off the internet, Pinterest, Instagram, and just trying to create new looks. This is something I would totally never go for, but surprisingly, I'm really happy with it once I clean that little bit up like that. Wow. So there you go. So just be game. Give it a go. Again, I would never, ever have worn First Love in a trillion years. But it looks incredible. So before and after. Alright, hope you're having a great day, guys. Another train's going past. See you later. Bye.